What's up, guys? It's Mike Sherrod, and today I'm going to dive deep into the 6-figure real estate schedule. This is probably one of the most asked and requested videos that I've ever received to date, but I've never broken it down for you. So what I'm going to do is break you through my day, the daily schedule that I had as a brand new real estate to make 6 figures in my very first year. So I'm going to walk you through the time that I wake up, every activity that I did, all the way to the point that my day ended. So this is going to be a powerful one. A lot of realtors struggle with accountability, and that's the biggest problem, and why 87% of real estate agents fail is because there is no accountability. When you're in a corporate job, you have a boss. So if you don't get done what you need to today, there's no repercussions. But in real estate or any entrepreneurial job where you're self-employed, ultimately, if you don't do certain things, nothing happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my schedule that helped me stay accountable, and that's going to help you break through that 6-figure mark as well. So the first thing that I need to preface this with is my schedule actually starts the night before. And let me break down the importance of that. Is usually when you wake up, there's a flood of new emails, there's all kinds of stuff going on, all kinds of commotion. You wake up, it's hectic, there's so much to handle. But the thing that I did that really helped me is the night before, right before I went to bed, I would break out my power list. So I've always had a little notebook like this, and every day before I go to bed, I end up writing up my power list. So what is a power list? A power list is the list of 5 items that are income producing, incredibly important tasks that you need to get done in order to move the needle. This was created by Andy Frisella, but what I want you to understand is these are not simple things. These are not like doing laundry, going groceries, working out, anything like that. Those are just part of your daily routine in general. These are the things that move the needle of your business, because what happens is most realtors start focusing on the things they want to do, not the things that they need to do. So in the power list, I write down the things I need to do, which is things like prospecting, recording videos, marketing, branding, reaching out to clients, doing listing presentations, CMAs, things like that. So that's what I do the night before in order to build up a lot of momentum the day that I wake up. Because when you wake up, you want to be like a slingshot shooting forward through the day and make sure that you're working on the right priority tasks, not the little things that pop up throughout the day that you're trying to keep up with. Now, the next thing is I woke up at 4 a.m. every single day. Now, I'm not saying that you have to wake up at 4 a.m. This is just what I did. If you've got family, if you've got kids, I understand there's certain schedules that you need to adhere to, but I did wake up at 4 a.m. every day. And what I would do after that is from 5 a.m. till about 6 a.m. I would go to the gym, and then between 6 and 7, I would have a shower, get ready, clean up, have breakfast, and get ready to rock. Now, the next thing that I would do between 7 and 9 a.m. is I would start working on that power list. So I would dive deep between 7 and 9 a.m. into doing the income producing activities that I needed to get done, whether that be email replies to important clients, whether that be CMAs for upcoming listing presentations, searching for properties for buyers, doing anything that was high priority that even though I didn't want to do it, I did it in order to start the day off strong, move the needle forward, and start slingshotting through the day. Now, the next thing I did, which was really important, is between 9 and 10 a.m., I always worked on social media. No questions asked. 9 to 10 a.m. every day for the last 3 years, I have used as my social media power hour. And people always wonder, well, Mike, how do you have time to do everything you're doing on social media? Or how have you always done so well with social media? The reason is because I have a dedicated hour that I go all in on social media. So within that hour between 9 and 10 a.m., I do all my posting. I do all of my engagement. I upload new videos. I record new videos. Whatever I need to do in order to accelerate the growth of all of my platforms and use it properly, I did between 9 and 10 a.m. This is the biggest problem that real estate agents have, is they fail to realize that in 2020 and going forward, and even last year, social media is a form of prospecting, and you need to treat it that way. People are treating it as an afterthought and something that they're doing at the end of the day when they think they're gonna find time, but you're never gonna find time because new things come up, you're going to be burnt out. And when you look at it, if you spend a dedicated hour every single day on social media, that's 365 hours per year that you're working diligently on growing your social media and attracting clients with it. Now, I do have a free social media class showing exactly what I did on Facebook lead generation, Instagram, and YouTube to scale my business to 6 figures in my very first year. So comment below if you would like that free masterclass. It's only for people that watch my YouTube videos, but you need to make sure that you've got a dedicated blocked off time, because if it's not in your schedule, it doesn't exist. And if you just use it as an afterthought, you're going to see that it's never going to come together. Now, between 10 and 12 a.m., I would always do my client work. So this is, again, any menial tasks that I needed to get done for clients, whether it be looking deeper into some of these properties, whether it be anything related to scheduling appointments for professional photos or measurements, or uploading a listing, or doing paperwork, doing transactional related things. Between 10 and 12, I would always do my client work. Now, the next thing that you need to see is most people tell you to prospect during the day. I didn't do that. The reason being is because I was on a volume game. I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to prospect and I chose door knocking, some choose cold calling, that I have the biggest opportunity to get in front of the most people. Most people are going to say prospect between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. The problem with that is most people aren't home. And I think that's a big excuse for people to not have to get rejected all day. I don't care if I get rejected. I just want to make sure that I'm getting in front of the most amount of people possible. So between 12 and 1, I would always book off lunch. And then between 1 and 5, so my afternoon would be appointments and networking. So this would be where I would try and set appointments for buyers and sellers, investors as well, because I worked with a lot of real estate investors. And oftentimes in the afternoon, there's a lot of networking events going on for professionals, whether that be business owners, whether that be other people in professional services that I could collaborate with. So I always tried to leverage the afternoon in order to do marketing if I needed to get certain things done, like running Facebook ads or creating a new campaign, but I would also use it as an opportunity to network with people, DM people, collaborate with other people that would allow me to generate referrals in time. Now, the next thing is the really important one, which is between 5 and 8 p.m. Between 5 and 8 p.m. every single day, I door knock. For the first 6 months of being a realtor, I door knock for 3 hours a day, every single day, no questions asked, 7 days a week. Rain, snow, hail, whatever. I was out there door knocking. There's tons of videos showing that, improving it, but that's how I built up a lot of momentum early on, because most people were getting home around 5 to 8 p.m. Yes, people are going to say, well, Mike, isn't that going to be annoying them at dinner time? Honestly, I don't really care. I wanted to get in front of the most amount of people possible, and if that annoyed them, it is what it is. But if you show up with a smile and you present a good attitude, oftentimes you can kind of flip their initial reaction, which might be upset, to a positive one. So 5 to 8 p.m. every single day was my prospecting hour, and that's when I door knocked, hit it hard, and tried to get in front of the most people in order to build my email list, get listings, and it worked very well, as 50% of my listings in my first 2 years as a realtor came through door knocking. Now, the next thing was between 8 and 10 a.m. I had flex time. So this was doing anything that I needed to do, any of the little fires that came up throughout the day that I needed to put out, or anything that I just simply wanted to work on for myself, for my brand. Whatever I needed to do, 8 to 10 p.m. was my flex time. And then 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. was what I alluded to at the beginning of this video, which is the powerless time. That's when I took some time to reflect, debrief, look at everything that came throughout the day, map out the 5 things that I needed to do tomorrow in order to move the needle. I would map them out on my to-do list, have it in front of me, because it's proven that you start feeling like you're building momentum and that you're being productive whenever you can cross things off. So I've always got a bunch of highlighters here with my notebook, and I'm crossing things out throughout the day to make sure that I feel like I'm making progress. Whereas if you just have to think about it, you're going to forget about it, you're not going to get it done, and it becomes increasingly difficult. So it's incredibly important for agents to have a powerful schedule. You need to make sure that you've got this dialed, because no one's holding you accountable, but you need to make sure that it's filled with the things that are income producing and productive for your business. And let me preface this by saying, Sometimes it's not immediate income producing. Again, like social media, this isn't going to put money in your pocket tomorrow except for Facebook ads, but things like Instagram, recording YouTube videos, building out your online presence, your brand, and making sure that you're becoming proficient with modern strategies, this is incredibly important. And if you do not treat this as prospecting and a method of growing your business, you are going to fall behind, because it is the way of the future. It's not going anywhere, and you need to make sure that you're ahead of the curve. So if you guys have any other questions and want to drop a comment below, please make sure you do. Otherwise, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.